I've tested over 60 pans priced between $20 and $950. And throughout that testing, I found 5 stainless steel pans that cost less than $100 but perform like pans that cost 3 times as much. In this video, I break down the pros and cons of these lower priced options. You'll see how they stack up in heat retention, heat conduction, design, construction, and overall cooking performance. Near the end, I'll reveal the #1 best stainless steel pan under $100, and I'll also give you a handy chart so that you can compare the top 5 options side by side. Henckels is best known for kitchen knives, but their Clad H3 stainless steel 12-inch pan is an excellent value. Quick heads up though, you can't buy the 12-inch pan on its own. You need to buy it in a set along with the 10-inch pan for around $80. It's a great deal if you want both sizes, but it's just something to keep in mind. These pans have a polished exterior, a brushed interior, flared rims, and an aluminum core for even heating. The handle is flat on top and rounded on the bottom, which gives you a comfortable but secure grip. And because the walls aren't as sloped as other pans, you get a slightly larger cooking surface. The 12-inch pan has 9.6 inches of flat space. Many 12-inch pans have only 9 inches to cook on. With every pan I review, I test heat retention by heating them to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and then measuring the surface temperature after 5 minutes. At just 2.3 millimeters, Henckels has the thinnest construction of the group, and because of that, it has the worst heat retention results, but not by much. Despite that, the actual cooking performance is excellent. The pan heats evenly and sears well. The Tramontina tri-ply clad 12-inch pan costs just $55. It has the same aluminum core 3-layer construction as Henckels, the same diameter, and the same weight. But there are a few key differences worth noting. It's made in Brazil instead of China, the walls are slightly taller, and the edges are noticeably smoother. To test heat conduction, I placed each pan on medium heat and measured the surface temperatures at 1 and 2 minute intervals. Tramontina heated significantly faster than Henckels, reaching 356 degrees Fahrenheit after 1 minute and 450 degrees after 2 minutes. By comparison, the Henckels pan only hit 303 at 1 minute and 410 after 2 minutes. Another difference is that Tramontina walls have a more gradual slope. This is great for tossing and flipping food, but the downside is that there's less flat cooking surface. With Tramontina, you only get 9 inches of flat space, but with Henckels, you get 9.6. Just like Henckels, this pan heats fast and cooks evenly, but there's one minor issue. After several months of cooking, I noticed that the bottom warped very slightly upward. You can feel the surface dip down near the edges when you rub your finger over the cooking surface. In theory, this could cause oil to flow towards the sides instead of staying under your food, but in reality, it hasn't impacted cooking at all. Next up is the Goldilocks 12-inch stainless steel pan. At $60, it's another excellent value. This pan has a polished exterior, brushed interior, and thick walls at right around 3 millimeters. This pan weighs 3.3 pounds, and when you pick it up, you can feel how solid and sturdy it is. It performed well in my heat conduction test, and better than Tramontina and Henckels in my heat retention tests. And the actual cooking results are fantastic. The handle is slightly curved on the bottom with a shallow groove on top for your thumb. It's comfortable to hold and easy to control. My one complaint is that I wish the handle was a little thicker. There's not much to grab onto, especially if you're wearing an oven mitt. If you have large hands, these handles might feel too slim. Overall, I'm a big fan of this pan. I've been using it for several years and the results are consistently great. And I'm not the only one who thinks so. For several years, Goldilocks has been the New York Times best budget cookware set. The Cuisinart Multiclad Pro 12-inch pan costs a little more than Goldilocks and Tramontina, but you get a few extras for the price. The handle is nearly an inch longer, the flat part of the cooking surface is a ½ inch wider, and it has a helper handle that makes it easy to pick up. Also, the interior walls are polished and the exterior is brushed with a thin polished ring around the top of the wall. These little details make this pan more functional and give it a higher end look. This pan performed the best in my heat retention test, and in my real world cooking tests, it performs excellent. Just like the other pans, it heats fast and evenly and provides consistent results. But my favorite feature by far is the handle. It has a slight curve and a groove on top to rest your thumb and get a firm grip. Unlike rounded handles, this groove prevents the handle from rotating in your hand when you tilt the pan. It's almost the exact same design as the handles on Viking Professional 5-ply, a pan that costs more than twice as much as Cuisinart. The Misen 12-inch pan is the most expensive option on my list, but at $99, it is still technically under $100. This pan has 5-ply construction with 3mm thick walls, and it's the second heaviest pan at 3.6 pounds. It also has the second widest cooking surface at 9.75 inches. Because of its thick walls and heavy construction, it retains heat really well. It came in second place in my testing, just behind Cuisinart. One of the best features of this pan is the sealed rims. With the other pans, the aluminum core is exposed around the edges. Although this rarely happens, the aluminum can recede over time, and the thin steel layers can become sharp or even separate. This is more likely to happen if you regularly clean your pans in the dishwasher. To avoid any risk, Misen seals their rims with steel so no aluminum is exposed. This is usually a feature you only see in premium brands like Heston, so getting it on a pan for under $100 is awesome. The biggest downside with this pan is the handle. I love that it's extra long. It's actually the longest at 9 inches, but it's also very rounded. Most of the time this is a good thing. It looks nice and the rounded edges are comfortable. But if you're tilting the pan, especially with oven mitts on, or washing it with soapy hands, you'll quickly notice how slippery it can get. So all 5 of these pans are built well and perform great, but which one is truly the best, and how do you decide which one to buy? Based on my testing, the clear winner is Cuisinart Multiclad Pro. It has the widest flat cooking surface at 10 inches, the best heat retention in my tests, and features that make it stand out like the helper handle, polished rim, and polished interior walls. But what I like most is the handle. It's long, comfortable, and it won't rotate in your hand when tilting the pan. In second place, I really like Misen and Goldilocks, but for different reasons. I love Misen's sealed rims and wide cooking surface, but I also appreciate Goldilocks for its excellent performance and lower $60 price point. Tramontina and Henckels are both excellent values, but I wouldn't recommend Henckels unless you need both the 12 and 10-inch pans, since they only come as a set. And Tramontina's slight warping issue makes me rank it below the others, even though it's still a solid performer. The reality is that all 5 pans cook equally well. The differences really come down to the subtle design elements like the slope of the walls, the handles, the rims, and the finishes. To make it easy, here's a chart so you can compare the key specs of all the options side by side. Pause the video to read. If you're ready to buy, I've linked to all 5 pans in the video description. And if you want to learn more about the many other pans I've tested, check out this video where I give you rapid-fire reviews of 45 of the most popular fry pans. And for more videos like this, click the logo to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Prudent Reviews.